Hello, this is a part of the self-empowering series, and today we are going to address feeling powerless within the change. Did you know that one of the top feelings after the end of marriage or long-term relationship is about feeling powerless, about the change that occurred? How on earth did you get there? What happened? How are you going to get out of the long tunnel and get to the solution of the um, good feeling of change eventually as a solution? So all of that is part of the powerlessness. What we are going to do in this short releasing is three things. One, we will address both sides, powerlessness and powerful in change, within the change, because when you put two sides together, they will neutralize each other, like positive and negative neutralize each other. So we will address the one thing, powerful, feeling powerless and powerful in the change. Second thing, we will have a look about the feeling, fear of change and acceptance of change. And then we are going to look at the past, holding on to past, accepting the past and accepting the present, and also what's beyond that. So we shall start by, if you can allow yourself, by the way, you can listen to this recording as you walk, as you sit down. It does not matter with eyes open, with eyes closed, all is okay with that. So it doesn't have to be in meditative state. So starting with, could you allow yourself to take a deep breath and exhale gently? Another deep breath and exhale gently. This is going to allow you to get more in tune with your body and just to be more present of what's happening within your body. So could you allow yourself to take another third breath and exhale gently? And could you now just allow yourself to stop or pause and just simply be? And notice you don't have to do anything or go anywhere in order to be what you already are. And could you allow yourself again to pause and simply be? It's literally like relaxing internally, like sitting back into the chair or leaning back and just relaxing into your beingness. So once more, could you just stop and simply be? And could you welcome forward from that place of beingness, could you welcome forward the feeling of powerlessness, welcome feeling of powerlessness with the change that you're experiencing, as much as it's present, no more, no less, just as much as it's present. Just could you allow yourself to welcome it, the feeling of powerlessness in a change. And then could you welcome the feeling of powerful within the change, and that doesn't matter how much is present, just as much as it's present. Could you allow yourself to welcome feeling of powerful with the change? And then could you welcome feeling of powerless with the change? And feeling of powerful with change. And could you once more welcome the feeling of powerful, feeling of powerlessness within the change, just as much as it's present. And feeling of powerful within the change, as much as it's present. And could you just notice what's beyond both polarities, what it is, as best you can. Just do as best you can. And now we are going to move to the next holistic release, which is again addressing both sides, so-called negative and positive, and sometimes what's beyond both. So could you allow yourself to welcome the fear of change as much as it's present? And could you welcome acceptance of change as much as it's present? Again, could you welcome the fear of change as much as you do? And could you welcome acceptance of change as much as you do? And once more, could you welcome the fear of change as much as you do? Let it be present as much as it is. And could you welcome the acceptance of change as much as you do? Again, just let it be present as much as it's present. And could you, as best you can, notice what is beyond both polarities, what it is as it is. Just do as best you can. And could you allow yourself to let go of that? And just, we are going to do last pair, which is, could you welcome the memories of your past as much as they are present? As they are, no more, no less, just as it is. And could you welcome your present as it is, as best you can, just for now? And could you welcome the memory of the past as much as it's there, as much as it is? And could you welcome what is present in the present as best you can? And could you welcome once more the memory and the past as much as it's there? And could you welcome present and what is present in the present as best you can? And could you notice what's beyond both polarity, what it is as it is? And could you just notice, if you are reviewing the feeling of powerlessness within the change, could you just notice if you feel a little bit more calmer and a little bit better, about feeling a little bit better within the powerful powerlessness and powerful within the change. You can do this exercise anytime, as many times, and every time will take you to a little bit, will bring anything that is present, and it will balance it, because the whole thing about holistic is a balancing and harmonizing emotion. So you don't go in a deep down and deep and high up, you go more in the middle of harmony. So until the next time, take care and thank you for listening. Bye for now.